Hello students. In our last class, we have started with the physical divisions. We have already discussed the Northern Mountain Wall, Great Plains of North India, and the Great Indian Desert. Today we will start with next physical divisions, that is the plateaus of Peninsular India, the coastal plains, and the island groups. Now first is plateaus of Peninsular India. What is a peninsular plateau? It is nothing but the region that is occupied in peninsular part of our country. The peninsular part of our country is basically the southernmost tip because peninsula is something that has water on three sides, and the area that is present in the peninsular plateau is basically made up of different plateau, that is Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. The Narmada River divides the peninsular plateau in two parts, Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. First, see the location of Malwa Plateau. It lies to the northwest of Deccan Plateau. Now see the boundaries of Malwa Plateau, that is Vindhyas to the south and Chota Nagpur Plateau to the east. See the location in the map. Now several rivers like Sindh, Chambal, Son and Damodar flow in this plateau. These rivers dry up in summer. Now why these rivers dry up in summer? Because they are seasonal rivers. These are rain fed. Only at the time of rain they are filled with water. Otherwise they remain dry. Next category is Deccan Plateau. This plateau lies in the south. Its slope is towards east. There are two categories of rivers flowing here in this plateau, Deccan Plateau. There are two categories of rivers flowing, that is east flowing rivers and west flowing rivers. There are only two west flowing rivers you can see in the map, that is Narmada and Tapi. These both drain into Arabian Sea. And east flowing rivers which drain into Bay of Bengal, see in the map, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Next physical division is the coastal plains. There are two types of coastal plains, western coastal plains and eastern coastal plains. The coastal strip along the Arabian Sea is called western coastal plain and coastal strip along the Bay of Bengal is called the eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plain lies to the west part of peninsular India, that is, now see in the map, from Rann of Kutch to Kanyakumari, the southernmost tip. This coast is divided into three parts. In Maharashtra, it is called Konkan coast. In Karnataka, it is called Kendra coast. And in Kerala, it is called Malabar coast. There are many lagoons or backwaters along the Kerala coast. Now what is a lagoon? Lagoon is a shallow body of water separated from larger body of water like ocean. These are the result of marine erosion on Kerala coastland. Kerala experiences maximum marine erosion. Why? Because of its geographical location. Now coming to eastern coastal plains. These plains are wider. These are divided into two parts, that is Northern Sarkars and Coromandel coast. Both these you can locate in your map, Northern Sarkars and Coromandel coast. Several lakes or lagoons are also found here. Now this also locate in your map, Lake Chilika in Odisha, Lake Skoliru and Pulicat Lake in Andhra Pradesh. Now next is island groups. There are two major divisions of these islands like Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands. Now Lakshadweep Islands, which is also the Union Territory of India, lies to the west coast of Kerala in Arabian Sea. Kavarati is the capital of Lakshadweep Islands. These islands are very few in number, that is only 36 in number, and they all are of coral region. Next is Andaman Nicobar Islands. These islands are larger in size and they are 324 in number. These islands are volcanic in nature. Like Lakshadweep Islands were of coral region, but Andaman and Nicobar Islands are of volcanic nature. Barren Island, which is an active volcano, is also in Andamans. And Port Blair is the capital of these islands. These group of islands are North Andaman, Middle Andaman, South Andaman, Little Andaman in north, all these are in north, and Little Nicobar and Great Nicobar, these two islands are in south. Between these two group of islands, there is an island called Car Nicobar. You can locate in your map. Indira Point on Great Nicobar Island is the southernmost point of Indian Union, whereas southernmost tip of mainland of India is Kanyakumari, and it is also the southernmost point of India, that is, and southernmost point of India is Indira Point in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So what I have said, Indira Point on Great Nicobar Island is the southernmost point of Indian Union. Note these points. Southernmost tip of mainland of India is Kanyakumari, and southernmost point of India is Indira Point in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Children, with this we have completed with this lesson, that is Geographical Features of India Part 1. I hope this lesson is clear. In our next video, we will start with Chapter 10, that is Geographical Features of India Part 2. Thanks for watching.